Homeowners on the route of the HS2 rail line say they are not being offered enough compensation for their properties. Some argue compulsory purchase claims are also being processed far too slowly. The company says it's complex and takes time, but there's anger and anxiety in areas like Harefield on the outskirts of London. As our political editor Tim Donovan now explains.
It's going to go straight through the house.
Ron's home is a 16th century farmhouse, but the plan is for a viaduct here, taking the rail line over a nearby lake.
It's always been a part of my life. In fact, the whole lane has been a part of my life. My family have lived in this lane coming up 100 years, you know.
Prospect of losing it?
Oh, God. It's devastating.
He doesn't want to say exactly what compensation he's been offered, but here's why it comes up short.
What I've been offered for this place wouldn't buy me a detached house locally in a street. I don't want to live in a street. I know that sounds selfish, but I've worked all my life to have something like this. This place was valued at 1.8 6 years ago, and they're well under that, what they've offered. So it's crazy.
Things are slightly different for Ian and Sue, whose farm is on the route. 150 acres have already been taken by HS2. The couple haven't yet received any money for that.
You get a compensation for the loss of the crop that would be growing there. And we're now 18 months since that started, and we still haven't been paid for that.
Is that because you're challenging the amount they want to give you, or what?
No, we've got an agreement for that amount and it simply hasn't been paid.
As for their claim for the farm in its entirety, well, they haven't yet had any offer of compensation.
We simply have the processes have been done, but no offer has been given.
What's the impact of that delay?
It's devastating. We're at the point of bankruptcy.
HS2 says that in both these cases it can't go into detail. Things are complex, but the company accepts this is disruptive and can be distressing. There may be differences of opinion over the value of property, says HS2, and those differences could take some time to resolve, but the company insists it's trying to achieve a fair deal both for property owners and the taxpayer.
We are funding this.
We're funding the outrageous.
So it was less than amusing for them to read today that a quarter of HS2 staff are paid more than £100,000 a year, as others hold out for more money to reflect how HS2 is going to change their lives for good. Tim Donovan, BBC London News.